So, once upon a time, in a city that I used to live in, my parents were like, so, Moofendies, we're gonna go to the gym, and we want you to come with us because you can't concentrate on your homework, so we're gonna get you up early so that you can get onto a good schedule. And I was like, okay, sounds like a good idea. Now, around that same time, I had gotten some medication, and I thought to myself, okay, I'll take some medication before I go to the gym. Food for thought. Do not take medication without food, because bad things will transpire if you don't. So I didn't have any food, I didn't have any toast, I didn't have any cereal, I didn't have anything. So we go to the gym, and I run 4 laps around the track that they had there. Then I proceed to do some push-ups and sit-ups. And then I was really thirsty, so I drank about a gallon of water. And then my dad comes up to me and says, Moofendies, I want you to lift some weights. So I start lifting some weights. Then my stomach started to gurgle, and it started to make weird, painful feelings that, yeah, you don't want them. And so I told my dad, hey dad, I'm not feeling so good. And he's like, okay, just go sit down. So I go find a bench and sit down. My mom's walking around the track. I waved to her and she waved back. And I suddenly got that sense of feeling in my stomach. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw up. And I was like, no, it's fine. I'll just wait a few more minutes. And then after waiting, I realized, yep, this is happening. I'm gonna throw up. And so I got up from the bench and I did that weird walk that you do when you try to walk normal, but you know if you go too fast, you're not gonna get to the bathroom on time before you release the payload. So I go into the bathroom and it's really small. It is the worst possible bathroom for you to go into if you're in this situation. At this point, the storm that's been boiling inside of my body has reached critical mass. I didn't even have time to check the stall, and I walk into the exact center of the bathroom and I say, this is good enough. After having repeated this process 3 times, I give out a half-hearted hello, and then I hear from the stall, hey, and so I yell out, sorry, and I think to myself intelligently, maybe I should just throw up into the urinal, and so I throw up in the urinal 3 more times. And it's not even throw up, it's just regurgitated water. And then the gentleman comes out of the stall and says, oh gosh, what's happened here? And I just say, yeah, I threw up. He looked like a brown version of the guy that wrote Game of Thrones. Like, I'm not talking about skin color, I'm talking about his wardrobe. His coat was brown, his pants were brown, and he had a brown hat that I don't know the name of. He proceeds to shimmy along the wall to wash his hands and avoid ground zero. And I think to myself, oh my gosh, this can't get possibly worse. Somebody else walks in, some really jacked dude, and I think to myself, oh no. And the really jacked dude proceeds to say, oh gosh, what happened here? And then the brown Game of Thrones writer exquisitely says, yeah, this kid threw up. And I was like, dude, I'm right here. I mean, I didn't say that because at that point I was just relieved to have this feeling out of my system. And they both proceed to berate me and say, yeah, you should go tell the staff that you threw up all over the bathroom floor. And I'm like, yeah, okay. They left the bathroom. I decided to go grab some paper towels elsewhere because naturally they had run out of paper towels in the bathroom. And I go back into the bathroom to try to clean it up myself. And then I go outside because I need more. And I see the 2 guys walk up to a member of the staff and say, yeah, that kid over there threw up. And I was just like, dude, you just told me to go tell them, and then you went to go do it yourself. Like, either get on the rowboat or stay on the Titanic. But again, at that point, I didn't really care because I was just relieved to have this feeling out of my system. And so the gal comes up to me, and she's a really pretty blonde, and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And she's like, okay, come with me. And so I follow her to the staff station. And so she goes in there and starts getting something from a cabinet. I start to get really worried that she's gonna get a first aid kit and thinking that I need more help than I actually do. But she was really nice. I really appreciated her help. And then she gets a garbage bag. Another lady walks into the staff station, doesn't even say anything, just says hello. And the gal that's helping me says, yeah, that boy over there threw up in the bathroom. And I'm just like, oh. I'm not sure if it was be overly blunt day or something at the gym. I don't know. I'm not really bitter against them. I'm more bitter towards those guys. And then the gal that's helping me goes to the janitorial room and I follow her and I say, hey, can I help? Because I felt really bad about throwing up all over their floor. And she's like, no, it's okay. You can just go find your parents. And I'm like, okay. So that was the day that I threw up at the gym. And then I went home and met a depressed moth. He was sitting on the ceiling all during my school day. Not really sure what he was doing. But that's a story for another day. It's actually not. That's the whole story. So, yep.